Chosen ones, get ready, because what I'm about to share might just surprise you, even leave you in awe. If you're watching this right now, it's no coincidence. God has led you here because something extraordinary is happening in your life. The truth is, people are beginning to recognize that you're chosen. They're noticing the change in you, and it's leaving them in awe. You're not just someone with potential anymore. You're stepping into your power in ways that will astound others. You're moving past the simple desire for the things you've prayed for, dreamed about, and worked towards. They're no longer out of reach. They're becoming your reality. This isn't just a shift in mindset. It's a profound spiritual and energetic transformation. As a chosen one, you'll start seeing the world around you respond in ways you never imagined, and it will happen so fast that it may seem almost surreal. But to truly embrace this transformation, you need to understand how it works. You must align yourself with this shift and step into the manifestation of your deepest desires. Before we go deeper into this powerful message, I want you to take a moment to pause the video and do 3 things. Hit the like button, subscribe to help us reach 50,000 subscribers, and leave a comment with the number 11. This number will amplify the energy of this message and send a strong signal to the universe. And remember, if you are truly a chosen one, you'll stick with me until the very end. Deep inside, your spirit recognizes that this truth is for you. If you're not ready for what's coming, you may not make it through. But for those who are prepared, get ready. Your life is about to change in ways you never imagined. Let's dive in. When you embrace your role as the chosen one, you tap into a well of power that many only dream of. This power doesn't come from the outside. It's deeply embedded within you, waiting to be released. The moment you accept that you've been chosen, you unlock a force that cannot easily be contained. The power of being chosen is the power of purpose, clarity, and undeniable direction. It's the strength to go against the current, to walk paths less traveled, and to create ripples that transform into waves. This isn't a power that can be measured by conventional standards. It's not about fame or wealth. It's about resilience, vision, and the courage to stand firm in your beliefs. The world may try to shake you, to make you doubt your worth, but the power of your calling runs deeper than their criticisms. You know in your heart that you have a role to fulfill, and nothing can stop you from carrying it out. But remember, with great power comes great responsibility. Being chosen is not about glory. It's about the legacy you leave behind. Your power is meant to change lives, challenge the status quo, and inspire those around you. The strength you carry isn't for personal gain. It's for the greater good. The more you step into this power, the greater the impact you'll have. The world needs you to be your most authentic, bold self. If you've ever felt like you don't quite fit in, like your thoughts or actions set you apart from others, know this: you're not alone. Being chosen means standing out, not to seek attention, but to attract the right kind of attention. It's about embodying your unique essence and watching as the world begins to notice. Chosen ones are not meant to fade into the background. They are meant to shine, disrupt, and ignite change in a world of conformity. The duty of standing out isn't just about being different. It's about the purpose behind your difference. Chosen ones tend to challenge the norms because they see the world through a lens that others often miss. This vision is what makes you stand out. When you speak, act, or move through the world, you do so with intention and authenticity. This gives you a strength that can't be mimicked or ignored. However, standing out isn't without its challenges. You will face resistance from those who want to maintain the status quo. You may be told you're too radical, too different, too out there. And yet it's this very resistance that proves you're on the right path. The world only fears what it doesn't understand, but you're here to lead the way, to show that being different is a gift, not a curse. Why do those in power fear the chosen ones? It's because your difference is a threat to everything they've built. You're not bound by the same rules, systems, or expectations that they rely on to maintain control. Your resistance, your refusal to conform, challenges the very foundation they've carefully constructed to keep the masses in line. You must understand that your uniqueness is a powerful weapon. It's not just the fact that you don't fit in, it's the potential that lies within your difference. The moment you start challenging authority, questioning the status quo, and thinking outside the box, you become a force they cannot ignore. They see you as a threat, not because you're weak, but because you are far stronger than they could ever anticipate. But remember, fear is the tool of those who wish to maintain control. You must stand firm in the face of their fear. You are not the problem, you are the solution. Your difference is what will bring about the change the world desperately needs. The more they fear you, the more you'll understand that you're on the right path. It's easy to fall into the trap of trying to meet others' expectations. After all, we've been taught that success is measured by how well we fit into society's mold. But the chosen ones don't conform. They defy expectations. It's in this defiance that they find their true power and impress the world in ways they never imagined. The world doesn't need more of the same. It needs the bold, the daring, the fearless. To defy expectations is to boldly declare that you will no longer live for others. It's to trust your intuition, to follow your heart, and to carve a path that is uniquely your own. In doing so, you not only break free from the chains that bind you, but you also inspire others to do the same. People will watch you, wonder how you're able to stand so confidently, and eventually follow your lead. But remember, it's not always easy. There will be moments of doubt, times when you'll feel the weight of the world pressing against you. But this is where your strength lies, in your ability to rise above, to keep pushing forward when everyone else is holding you back. Resistance is not just a challenge, it's a sign that you are on the right path. It is the universe's way of confirming that you are walking in alignment with your divine purpose. Those who are meant for greatness often face the fiercest opposition, and this resistance is the key to unlocking your true potential. It is through the struggles that we find our strength, our voice, and our purpose. When you stand in the face of resistance and refuse to back down, you prove that your divine purpose cannot be shaken by external forces. You are meant to rise, to lead, and to create a shift in the world that aligns with a higher power. Every challenge you face is just another step toward fulfilling the mission you were put on this earth to accomplish. So, when resistance comes, do not shy away from it. Embrace it. Know that it's a sign of your divine purpose being realized. Each act of defiance, every challenge you face, brings you closer to fulfilling the role you were always meant to play. Nonconformity is not a weakness, it is a strength. The chosen ones stand firm in their beliefs, regardless of how the world may try to pull them in different directions. This strength is not the loud, brash kind that demands attention. It's the quiet, unwavering kind that demands respect. It's the kind of strength that refuses to bow down to the status quo and instead chooses to rise above it. This strength doesn't just come from within. It comes from knowing that you are part of something much bigger than yourself. You may be walking a solitary path at times, but you walk it with conviction, knowing that your steps are paving the way for others. Your nonconformity is the very thing that will inspire the change the world is yearning for. And though the journey may be long and the challenges many, remember this: nonconformity is the secret weapon of those who dare to change the world. You may be seen as an outsider, but in time, others will come to realize that your strength was never a weakness. It was a revolution in the making. Your path is not meant to be ordinary, and deep down, you know this. The world is filled with countless individuals going through the motions, following familiar routines, and stepping along predictable roads. But you are not one of them. From the moment you were chosen. You were set on a path that is anything but ordinary. You walk a road that demands courage, tenacity, and a deep belief in your vision. Every step you take is unique, and with each stride, you step further into your extraordinary purpose. The journey you're on is unpredictable, and that's the beauty of it. Every turn holds a lesson, every challenge presents an opportunity, and every setback is simply a stepping stone on your way to greatness. What others see as obstacles are the very tools that will shape your destiny. You are meant to forge this path with determination and authenticity, and though it may be difficult at times, the rewards are far greater than anything ordinary life could offer. As you walk this extraordinary path, remember that you are not walking alone. Those who are meant to follow your lead will find their way to you. Your purpose is not just about your journey, it's about guiding others to see the potential within themselves. You are chosen to show them that the road less traveled is not only possible, but it is also the one that leads to true fulfillment. As you continue to rise, as you step more boldly into your purpose, you will begin to notice something profound: the fear you elicit in others. The more you challenge the status quo, the more your actions send ripples through the systems of control. Your very existence becomes a threat to those who seek to maintain their grip on power. They fear you, not because you are weak, but because they know the immense power that lies within you. It's easy to misinterpret this fear as a sign of failure or weakness, but in reality, it's a sign that you're exactly where you need to be. The forces that fear you are afraid of change, of transformation. They are terrified of what you could become, an unstoppable force that cannot be controlled. Your resistance to their systems challenges the way they've always operated, and that's exactly why they try to suppress you. Yet this fear is not a sign for you to retreat. It's a signal for you to push forward. You are meant to break free from their control, to rise above their limitations, and to show the world that true power lies in standing firm in your truth. You were not chosen by accident. There is a greater purpose behind your existence, one that reaches far beyond what you might understand at this moment. The universe didn't place you on this earth to follow the beaten path. You were meant to forge your own. Each experience you've had, each obstacle you've faced, has been preparing you for the greater role you are destined to play. Your purpose is a force far greater than your individual desires. It's about lifting others, breaking down barriers, and pushing the world toward a higher state of being. The challenges you face aren't just personal, they are shared by the collective. You are here to show others the strength in defiance, the power of resistance, and the transformative effect that one individual can have on the world. This greater purpose is why you were chosen. You are meant to shine a light in places where there has only been darkness, to challenge the systems that have held the world back for far too long. And as you walk this path, remember that every step you take is another step toward fulfilling the divine mission that has been set before you. There's power in disruption. When you refuse to follow the script that society has written for you, when you break free from the chains of conformity, you cause disruption. And that disruption is exactly what the world needs. You are not just making noise for the sake of noise. You are shaking the foundations that have kept people stagnant, keeping them from realizing their own potential. The more you disrupt the systems of control, the more you help others see the truth about their own power, their own worth, and their own potential for change. In every action that defies the norm, you unveil the lies that have been perpetuated for generations. You reveal the cracks in the facade that the world has accepted as reality, and in doing so, you give others the courage to see the world for what it truly is. This is not just about creating chaos for chaos's sake. It's about creating space for the truth to emerge. Your disruption isn't an accident. It's a wake-up call. By standing against the systems that seek to control you, make room for others to awaken to their own power and take action toward a better future. Resistance is often seen as something negative, something to be avoided. But for you, resistance is not a roadblock. It's the foundation for change. Every time you face opposition, you have an opportunity to transform that energy into something powerful. Resistance fuels your determination, sharpens your resolve, and guides you toward new ways of thinking and being. The more you resist, the more you find new paths, new strategies, and new solutions. Resistance has the power to reveal the areas where transformation is most needed. When the world pushes back against you, it's not a sign to quit. It's a sign that you are getting closer to the breakthrough that will change everything. By embracing resistance and turning it into a force for good, you become the spark for a larger revolution. Your defiance isn't just about rejecting what's wrong. It's about creating what's right, paving the way for others to follow in your footsteps. Resistance, when channeled properly, becomes a force for profound, lasting change. The powers that be may try to control you, manipulate you, or make you conform to their rules, but their control cannot contain you. You were never meant to be caged. You were chosen because you have the strength to break free from any limitations that society, authority, or tradition may try to impose on you. Control thrives on fear and submission, but you are immune to these tactics. The more they attempt to bind you, the stronger your resistance becomes. You were born to defy their control, to stretch beyond the boundaries they've set, and to show the world that nothing can hold you back. The chains they try to place on you are only made of illusions that they want you to believe in. But you know better. You are not here to be controlled. You are here to break barriers, to defy expectations, and to prove that true freedom comes from within. And as you break free from their grasp, you will inspire others to do the same, creating a wave of liberation that cannot be stopped. In this moment, you stand at a pivotal point in time. What you do today will echo in the history books of tomorrow. Your role is not small, it's monumental. You are not just a part of the world, you are a force within it, shaping its future with every decision, every action, every word you speak. It's easy to doubt your place in history, to feel as if your efforts are too small to matter. But the reality is that those who change the course of history are often the ones who dared to be different, who resisted the systems in place, and who refused to back down. You are part of that lineage, part of a long line of revolutionaries who stood up and said, "Enough." As you embrace your role in shaping history, know this: you are laying the foundation for a new world, a world that others will one day look back on and say, "That was the moment everything changed." In a world that sometimes feels consumed by darkness, the chosen ones are the beacons of light. You are the light that others need to find their way through the shadows. Your defiance, your strength, and your resistance shine brightly, guiding others who are lost, uncertain, or afraid to follow in your footsteps. The darkness may try to extinguish your light, but your glow cannot be dimmed. It is your essence, your unwavering belief in your purpose, that fuels your light. The world may be filled with confusion, hatred, and fear, but you are the antidote to that. Your light is the truth the world needs to see in order to rise above the darkness. By embracing your role as a chosen one, you are not just surviving, you are thriving. And in turn, you are showing others how they can do the same. Your light will never go out. It will only grow brighter, igniting a fire in others that can never be extinguished. The power of change flows through you, and it's undeniable. The world around you may resist, but your very being is a testament to transformation. You are the embodiment of unstoppable change. When you walk into a room, people feel the shift in the air, a shift that speaks of possibility and growth. You are not bound by the limitations that hold others back. Instead, you create new paths, redefine old rules, and show the world what it means to evolve. This power doesn't come from force or manipulation. It comes from a deep inner knowing that you were meant to break barriers and disrupt the patterns that keep us stagnant. You are a living catalyst for change, and your presence forces others to confront what they have accepted as normal. But even in the face of this resistance, you remain unshaken, confident that your role in this world is to ignite the spark of transformation wherever you go. The change you represent is far-reaching. It spreads like wildfire, touching lives in ways you may never fully see. Those around you feel the pull to change as well, whether they realize it or not. Your energy is magnetic, and you inspire others to embrace their own power and embark on their own journeys of transformation. It's in your nature to uplift and challenge, to awaken the slumbering potential in others. To embrace this unstoppable change is to surrender to your divine purpose, knowing that you were chosen to lead this revolution. You will face resistance, yes, but with each pushback, you will grow stronger, more resilient, and more determined. The winds of change are with you, and there's no stopping you now. You are the force the world needs to evolve. Defiance is not an act of rebellion. It's the spark of a revolution. When you defy the world's expectations, you start the process of dismantling systems that no longer serve the greater good. Each act of resistance is not just a protest, but a seed planted in the fertile soil of a better future. It's not about being difficult. It's about recognizing that the old systems are broken, and you were chosen to lead the way to something new. Your defiance shakes the foundations of the status quo. It challenges those who cling to outdated beliefs, forcing them to confront the uncomfortable truths they've spent years ignoring. This makes you a target, but it also makes you a pioneer. The revolution begins with individuals like you, those brave enough to stand up and say, "This is not enough." When you stand firm in your defiance, you lead others to do the same, creating a collective force for change. But defiance isn't just about standing up to others. It's about standing up to yourself. It's about rejecting your own limitations, the doubts and fears that hold you back from embracing your full power. True defiance is not just external, it is deeply internal. It's about refusing to let fear dictate your actions, refusing to let the world tell you who you are or what you can do. In this defiance, you discover your true strength. As you continue to defy, the revolution you are a part of will grow. It will not just be a ripple in the water, but a tidal wave that sweeps through everything in its path, leaving in its wake a world forever changed. Your defiance is the beginning of a movement that will change the course of history. Resistance is not a random act. It's part of a larger divine plan. When you resist, you are aligning yourself with a force greater than yourself, something that transcends the limits of the human mind and body. This divine energy flows through you, guiding your every decision, every action, every word. It is through resistance that your true purpose is revealed, and you become an instrument of change in a world desperate for transformation. You may not always understand why certain events unfold, or why you're driven to challenge the systems around you, but trust that there's a higher power at work within you. It's this divine force that empowers you to push forward when others would have given up. It gives you the strength to face adversity and to rise above the noise and chaos that often surrounds you. You are part of a divine plan, a plan that is destined to reshape the world. Every moment of resistance you experience is a sign that you are walking in alignment with your true purpose. The divine force behind your actions is not random or arbitrary. It is purposeful and intentional. This force drives you to confront the systems of control that seek to keep you small, pushing you to expand beyond what you thought was possible. Your defiance is a tool, a channel through which divine change is manifesting. So, when the world tells you to back down, when it tries to crush your spirit, remember that this divine force within you cannot be silenced. Your resistance is sacred. It is not just for you. It is for the greater good of the world. You were chosen because you have the courage to carry this force, and your resistance will be the key to unlocking a new reality. It takes immense courage to question everything you've been taught, to challenge the narratives that have been imposed on you since birth. But you were chosen because you have this courage, a courage that sets you apart from the masses. Most people live their entire lives following the rules, obeying the dictates of authority, never once questioning whether what they've been told is true. But you dare to ask the hard questions, the questions that make the status quo tremble. As you begin to question everything, you start to see the world in a new light. The things you once accepted without thought now appear questionable, fragile, and in need of deeper inspection. This is where the power of resistance lies. It's in the act of questioning the unquestionable, of challenging what everyone else simply accepts. Your courage to ask why becomes the spark that ignites a larger movement of awakening. It's not just about questioning authority, it's about questioning your own beliefs, your own limitations. It's about confronting the things you've accepted as truths and allowing yourself the freedom to change your mind, to evolve and to grow. This courage opens up new possibilities, new avenues for transformation, and creates a space for others to question alongside you. The more you question, the more you open yourself to the vast potential that lies ahead. When you question, you refuse to accept the world as it is. You make space for new ideas, new paradigms, and new ways of thinking. It's in this questioning that true change occurs. The courage to ask is the first step toward building a future based not on the limitations of the past, but on the limitless possibilities of the future. Vulnerability is often seen as a weakness, but for you, it's a source of immense strength. It takes true courage to show up as you are, imperfect, unguarded, and raw. When you allow yourself to be vulnerable, you open the door for connection, for empathy, and for understanding. You show others that it's okay to be human, to struggle, and to still rise above it all. Your vulnerability is not a weakness, it's your superpower. It's what makes you real, relatable, and approachable. When you let go of the need to be perfect, you create space for growth, for healing, and for transformation. The more you embrace your vulnerability, the more you allow others to do the same, creating a ripple effect of authenticity and strength. Vulnerability allows you to connect with others on a deeper level. It breaks down the walls that separate people and creates bonds that are grounded in truth and mutual understanding. When others see you stand tall in your vulnerability, they are inspired to do the same. Your willingness to be vulnerable becomes a beacon for those who have hidden parts of themselves away, afraid of judgment or rejection. In embracing vulnerability, you become stronger than ever. You are not afraid to face your flaws, your fears, or your insecurities. In fact, you use them as stepping stones to elevate yourself and those around you. Your strength doesn't come from perfection. It comes from your ability to stand in your truth, regardless of the circumstances. Faith is often spoken of as a quiet, passive thing, something that resides deep within your heart. But for you, faith is an active force, a driving energy that propels you forward despite the odds. Your faith in yourself, in your purpose, and in the divine power guiding you is unyielding. It is this faith that gives you the strength to keep going when everything else seems to be falling apart. When you walk in faith, you walk with the confidence that you are exactly where you need to be. This faith allows you to see the bigger picture, even when others are caught in the weeds of doubt and uncertainty. It's the unwavering belief that no matter what challenges arise, you will be guided through them and emerge stronger on the other side. This belief in your journey is what allows you to take risks, to face adversity, and to push past fear. Faith doesn't mean the absence of fear, it means moving forward in spite of it. When you trust that you are part of something greater, you stop worrying about the things you can't control. Instead, you take inspired action, knowing that the universe is supporting you every step of the way. With this unyielding faith, you become unstoppable, a force of nature that cannot be deterred by obstacles. This faith is contagious. As you live your life with unwavering belief, others will be drawn to your energy, to your conviction, and to your strength. Your faith becomes the foundation upon which others can build their own confidence and belief in themselves. The journey of the chosen ones is never an easy one. The weight of destiny often feels like an unbearable burden, yet it's one that marks the bearer with strength, resilience, and an undeniable sense of purpose. From the outside, those who are aware of the chosen one's role may only see glimpses of their greatness, unaware of the sacrifices and internal battles that have shaped their path. But when those around them finally recognize the significance of their journey, it becomes evident. The chosen ones are not ordinary. They are extraordinary in ways that defy simple understanding. At first, there may be doubt. Those who look on might question the chosen one's abilities, scrutinizing every move they make, wondering if they're truly worthy of the destiny that is unfolding before them. It is often the case that true greatness is met with skepticism. People have a tendency to doubt what they cannot yet comprehend. However, as time passes, the extraordinary qualities of the chosen ones begin to surface, and the very air around them seems charged with something different. Their courage, their wisdom, their ability to remain steadfast in the face of adversity. These are the hallmarks of someone destined for something much greater than they might have. Originally, realization of the turning point comes when others begin to witness this transformation firsthand. There is a shift in perception, a collective realization that the chosen one is not simply a person, but a force, a manifestation of something far beyond the individual. As those around them come to understand the gravity of their purpose, the respect they earn is not just admiration for their accomplishments, but recognition of the path they walk, which is paved with trials, sacrifice, and unparalleled strength. The recognition is not just of what they do, but of who they are becoming in the process. When people finally realize that the chosen one is, in fact, chosen, there is often a sense of awe and reverence. They are no longer just witnesses to a story. They are participants in something profound and timeless. The chosen one's journey becomes a mirror, reflecting back to everyone else the possibilities of what one can achieve when they are in alignment with their true purpose. And as the chosen ones move forward, their influence ripples outward, touching lives in ways that inspire, challenge, and encourage others to step into their own power. There is a special kind of energy that surrounds the chosen ones when they walk into a room, and it's not merely their physical presence, it's the force of their journey. Their past struggles, their hard-earned wisdom, and their unwavering commitment to their cause have all contributed to this magnetic pull. It's as though the very air vibrates with the energy of someone who knows exactly who they are and what they are meant to do. It is not arrogance, but a quiet confidence that emanates from them. A confidence built on the back of perseverance and a deep understanding of the sacrifices necessary for greatness. The chosen ones are also marked by an authenticity that cannot be faked. They have been through the fires of self-doubt, of isolation, of challenges that many would consider insurmountable. And it is because of these trials that their authenticity shines through. When others look at them, they do not just see a person. They see the embodiment of struggle, triumph, and the purity of a soul committed to its higher purpose. It's a truth that can't be hidden or diluted. This authenticity is what truly impresses those around them. But even as they become recognized, the chosen ones must remain humble. They understand that being chosen is not about personal glory, but about fulfilling a higher purpose. Their journey is not for personal gain, but for the benefit of the world, and they continue to walk their path with that knowledge in their hearts. This humility, combined with their innate power and the recognition of their role in the grander scheme of things, is what earns them the respect of others. It is not just their talents that impress, but their ability to remain grounded amidst the storm of their success. What truly separates the chosen ones from others is their ability to inspire. They do not merely exist in the world, they shift the very fabric of it. Their actions, their words, their very being encourage others to rise above their limitations, to see the potential in themselves, and to step boldly into the roles they were meant to play. There is an unspoken understanding that by watching the chosen one, others can see their own potential reflected. This inspiration spreads like wildfire, and the impact becomes far greater than anyone could have ever anticipated. Finally, as the chosen ones come to the full realization of their destiny, they do so not with arrogance or pride, but with a deep sense of responsibility. They understand the weight of their role and the importance of the path they walk.